It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from South Africa to show you. I'm super excited to bring you this beer because on the channel over the last 12, 13, 14 years, I've not reviewed anything really from South Africa. This is the first opportunity to do that. And I'm just super excited because it's a long way away, isn't it? It's quite a way away. And to be able to enjoy a South African beer, well. This is Castle Lager, 5% ABV, 330 milliliter bottle, made from the finest hops harvested in Waboomskraal Valley near George Sunkist Barley from Cowden and Free State Golden Maize. There we go. The label's a little bit damaged. It has travelled a long way. There's the bottle cap. It looks like it's a twisty brown bottle as well, 330 milliliter. Oh, there we go. Twist off cap. I'd like to thank Ray. Thank you very much, Ray, for sending me the beer, bringing it on a flight all the way back from South Africa. A really cool thing to do. Thank you. And it's people like, well, let's talk about the beer first and foremost. We've got a one finger white head, good levels of carbonation. It's a straw coloured, clear looking lager. There we go. Not much in the way, there's no sediment in the bottom of the glass. It's a filtered beer. But going back to it, it's people like Ray who choose to support the channel. I would never be able to review the beers I do if it wasn't for people like Ray in South Africa, Trav in Australia, people in Norway that send me beer, Sweden. I just simply wouldn't have that opportunity to review these sorts of beers. So far away, isn't it? And for one person to track and source all of these different beers, first of all, you got to know they exist. I mean this with no disrespect to Castle Brewery in South Africa, but you know, there's no reason for me to kind of know these companies exist. I'm not an encyclopedia for breweries, even though I've reviewed over 11,000 beers now on the channel. It's impossible for me to know everything about beer, and I don't choose to want to know everything about every single brewery in the world, because I don't think that's why you people tune in. I think you people tune in for a bit of a laugh, a bit of a joke, you know, a bit of fun. Normal man drinking a beer, which we're about to do so. Let's get the aroma. So thank you, Ray. This is kind of exactly what I was expecting. It was a kind of like hand opened, twist off cap lager beer from South Africa, brewed to compete with the likes of maybe Stella Artois, Foster's, Castlemaine 4X, Carling Black Label, that sort of thing. But the important thing is this is a local brand. This is a local brand, a local brewery that are producing South African beer, which is very cool. You get the maize in here, you definitely get that kind of like crisp, slightly dry maize. Get a little bit of malt, a little bit of the sense of the hops in there. It's interesting enough. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Good water quality, good solid water quality there, just lovely soft water, crisp, clean, flavoured beer, very clean, very clinical, very crisp. You can imagine on a hot South African day, sitting underneath an umbrella, drinking a Castle lager. I can just picture it now, you know, baking heat. I've never been to South Africa. I'd love to go. I'd love to visit every single country in the world, me. I'm just that sort of person. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth. There's a sense of that maize in there. There is definitely a sense of that maize. There's a sense of that kind of probably brewed to compete with the likes of Stella Artois, but that's okay. That's okay. I prefer to drink something local in South Africa than a multinational beer brand, Budweiser or something like that, you know. That's probably a better representation, actually. Budweiser. Would I prefer to drink an American Budweiser in South Africa or a locally brewed lager from a local company, locally owned company in South Africa? Yeah, of course. When I visit countries, the last thing I want to do is drink multinational beer. The first thing I want to do is find what's local. If I go to Spain, I'll drink a Mahu, or however else they pronounce it. I'll drink the San Miguel. If I'm in Italy, I'll drink Birra Moretti and some of the other lagers out there, the unfiltered Peretti, which I thought was fantastic. And likewise this. Always looking for the local beer, drunk by the local people. It's a well-built lager, this. It's incredibly drinkable. I can imagine you can buy this in a 12-pack, 24-pack. And I can imagine that's very welcome when you've decided to light the barbecue on a lovely, sunny South African afternoon. Charles Glass, founder and brewmaster, a legacy of excellence. They've been brewing since 1895, so industrial revolution around the world. South Africa's national beer, 100% homegrown. That's what it's all about. Local, homegrown stuff. I'm just seeing if it's owned. Tapintoyourbeer.com. I'm just seeing if it's owned by a multinational. I'd like to think it's not owned by a multinational. We do have a warning. The governments around the world now are definitely pushing hard on alcohol, aren't they? And the South African government are no different. They have alcohol abuse is dangerous to your health. Well, so is getting old. I know I shouldn't. Some people choose to maybe drink too much, but something's gonna get you in it. It's good, that. I like it. If I was in South Africa, I'd have no problem drinking 4 or 5 pints of that on a sunny afternoon, South African day. I like that enough to give it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.